Good morning, everybody. Once again, with my very good friend and fantastic lender, James Matarazzo, who has fantastic news to share with us. So without any further ado, I'm going to let James take the lead.
Good morning, Danny. Thank you for having me again.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. One of the things that everybody's talking about is what are the interest rates doing? What's the outlook for 2026? Well, we're already seeing it. And what I want to talk about today is what I call a mortgage calculator. And it's not your traditional calculator just bringing out payments.
Right.
But I have a tool that I used for one of my clients recently. I had pre-approved them at 6 3/4 about a year and a half to 2 years ago when interest rates were in the 6 3/4 range.
Right.
They had to keep their payment around $4,200, the principal and interest payment, for the debt to income ratios. With the taxes and the insurance, it was another $500 to $1,000.
Correct.
But I was really focusing on the principal and interest of $4,200.
Okay.
Well, at 6 3/4, that's roughly around a $647,000 loan amount. Well, I reran their credit now, a year and a half later. Credit is good. They still want to keep that payment around $4,200, but at a 5.99% interest rate, which is where we are now with them. Now they qualify for a $700,000 loan amount. So now that takes them into a different neighborhood, and it actually takes them away from a townhome and now into a single family home, because now they can qualify for a higher loan amount. So the interest rate plays a big part in that. And now where we are in the high fives, low sixes, it's a good time for me to use that mortgage calculator to go through that whole calculation again and see how much of a home these buyers can now afford to buy.
So basically, really, what you're saying is like the interest rate is what basically, in most cases, unless it's a cash deal, is going to dictate, what kind of a house you want. Because we can see here, same expense, same everything, whatever, but at 3/4 of a point less affords you at that level another $53,000 basically, which really means a lot.
Right.
Like you said, as far as location and all that stuff, and condition of the house, or a single family against a townhouse.
Absolutely.
So we need to learn, to not be fixated so much on the price of the property, but rather on our monthly payment and the interest rate, because that's what makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. And their debt load as well. I put people on a plan. Maybe now is not the time for them to buy because either they don't have enough income or to qualify for the home that they want, or they have too much debt. So I say, let's look at the debts. What can we get rid of in the next 2 months, 3 months, 6 months? Even if it's a year down the road, that's fine. I have people that come back to me 3 and 4 years later because their situation was different 3 or 4 years ago, and they weren't ready to buy then. But we put them on a plan, and now they're ready to buy.
Okay, so now let me ask you another question, and I know you said it before. You lost your crystal ball a long time ago, but indicators are saying that inventory is going to go up around 10%. More houses are going to be hitting the market. What advice do you have now for people that basically the buyers that haven't had it this good in a long time? Okay, forget about when you had 3% interest rates, that was craziness, but there was no homes for sale either. So now that the interest rates are going down, and hopefully there's a lot of indication that they're going to continue to go down, inventory goes up, what advice do you have for buyers now?
Well, it's a great question because I see it in the open houses that I work on the weekends. There's more and more people viewing the open houses. The buyers are coming back into the market because the interest rates are coming down. So now they said, okay, now I'm not going to procrastinate anymore. The interest rates are in a better situation now than they were 6 months or a year ago. I'm going back out to look at houses. What is that going to do to the values of the houses? I saw 15 different families in a 2 or 2.5 hour period of time at an open house where now there's so much demand. It's going to push the values back up. We were more or less flat year over year, maybe 3 to 5% in some cases, in some areas, as far as the appreciation of the homes. I believe we're going to start to see a little bit more multiple offers at these open houses, which are going to push the values up and push the prices up. So once the prices are coming up, but the interest rates are coming down, you have to time it right. My suggestion is if you find the property you like now because demand is starting to increase, get in there, get the property before other people want that same house and drive the price up. you may be, paying $5,000 or $7,000 or $10,000 more because now there's multiple offers. The seller wants to take the highest and best offer.
Right. Furthermore, let me mention something to you that happened to me. Not that I heard, not that is a market analysis, although I've heard it before, that the insurance rates are also going down. I got my renewal for this year 25% less. And I'm like, well, hey, hold on, am I dreaming or what? So I picked up the phone, I called my insurance broker. Is this true? Is it the same policies? Everything is absolutely the same. Rates are going down. So if you have insurance policies are going down. So if you have the rates going down, the insurance policy is going down, and who knows if in November the state of Florida is going to approve the whole thing about no property taxes. That's a whole combination of prices to start skyrocketing. So
absolutely,
like you said, now is the perfect time.
Yes.
Right now is the perfect time to get a house, get a good mortgage rate, pay a lot less on a monthly basis, and get a better house. So this was great information. Now, James, a lot of things. One more question that I have for you. Because a lot of people are asking me, I want to buy the house conventional, but I don't have 20%. Can you please tell people that you don't need 20% on a conventional loan? That's just a myth. Am I correct?
That's correct. If they're a first-time home buyer, which means they haven't owned a home in the last 3 years, maybe they owned a home 5 years ago,
right.
They've been renting for the last 3 years, they are considered a first-time home buyer, and on a conventional loan, 3% down.
Imagine that with 3% down, you can get a conventional loan, get the house of your dreams. It hasn't been this easy since 2022 when rates started jumping and jumping and jumping to the point that at one point they were basically inching to 8%. Mm-hmm. Great opportunity for buyers, sellers, also great opportunity for you to put the house on the market because there's going to be a big influx of people coming to put offers. So I can't wait for this 2026. It's going to be fascinating. Really looking forward to it. James, I'll let you finish with any other thought that you have. And remember, as always, please provide your phone number and we'll take it from there.
Free pre-approvals. I'm available days, nights, weekends. I work when you don't. And a pre-approval is very, very quick for me to do for you. My phone number is 954-648-7848. You can call or text on that line, and I'll be happy to help you with the financing of your home.
Thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, and as always, God bless you.